Local election results are now. Now, finally, we're joined us with a political expert to break down the election. Thank you for taking your time out to join with us. So now we're going to get to it. So we're going to start with the mayor race. So do you expect the voting turnout to be like how it was?
Yeah, I was surprised that our voting turnout overall was actually more than it was last summer. So I think that's the good news, is last summer it was 7.5%, this year it's 8.6%. The bad news, Amaya, is that we've got 52,000 registered voters and only 4,400 of them voted. So there's still a lot more folks who can participate, but it's nice that we are making progress getting more people to participate.
Yes, most definitely. So now we're going to move forward to our mayor race. So do you think Crocker background gave him an advantage of winning? You know, he's been in this position, he knows the field. So do you think his background gave him this advantage?
Absolutely, and he can point to a record of things that he's actually done in the last year, which is a tremendous advantage. And before he was mayor, he was a city councilman, so he has that record as well. That experience and record, I think, means a lot to the voters because they see this person as being knowledgeable. He doesn't need on-the-job training. He's been there, he's done that. And as was mentioned earlier in the news report, he's working on some very major things right now that could totally transform Victoria. So I think having that experience definitely helped Mayor Crocker.
Yes, most definitely. Now to Sauceda. Now with him having his, well, you know, he's actively involved with volunteering in the community, and he's also well known as a friendly, you know, Victorian. So do you think, like, what do you believe was the disadvantage here? Now he mentioned that let's make a difference, let's stop sticking to the tradition, let's make a change. What do you think was the disadvantage for his race here?
Well, the first thing I'll say about Jacob is that he should be really proud. When he ran for mayor before, he got 70 votes. This time he got 657 votes. That's a tremendous increase in just a year's time. So he should be really, really proud of that. I think what hurts him potentially is the lack of experience and the lack of record to point to. You can have a lot of great ideas and a lot of great initiatives and a lot of great plans, but for voters, they like to see hard and fast results. They like to see a record, an experience, and I think if Jacob gets more of that, if he gets a record and experience, then perhaps he can do better in the future. But I think it definitely helped Mayor Crocker to be able to point to some very specific things he's done both as a councilman and as mayor. And Jacob really couldn't point to those things other than to speculate and to make plans. So I think that was the disadvantage. But still, he should be really proud in increasing that vote total as he did.
Yes, but thank you for joining us, our political expert Woodrow, and thank you for giving us your time. Now,